The round goby, often a fish that brings anger into the hearts of many anglers just from hearing their name, as they are an incredibly invasive fish to my and many others' area, being one of the world's most invasive fish. Now, I will fully admit they are not a traditional game fish, but I think it's still important to talk about them and their effect on other traditional game fish species. Plus, many of you wanted me to talk about this fish. This is my last fish of the previous poll. Round goby are a member of the Gobidae family. Like all gobies, they have a suction cup-like pelvic fin to stick onto rocks. Round gobies have a blotched brown and black coloration, with their main feature being that black spot on their dorsal fin. In the breeding season, the males will become a much darker color, being almost exclusively black. All round gobies do have the ability to change their color to better fit their environment. These fish are very similar to other native species, so make sure you are correctly identifying them. A common fish that often get confused for gobies in my area are darters, as they share many similar characteristics. However, these fish are native, so do not kill them. What makes the round goby such a successful fish is due to their heightened aggression compared to other small bottom-dwelling fish. Round gobies take food much quicker, defend territories and eggs, and will even chase off native species that are about their size. They also are a very hardy fish that can tolerate a wide range of different habitats, anywhere from rocky terrains to open, sandy areas. They even can tolerate brackish water. These fish only reach a max size of about 7 inches or 17.8 centimeters. As mentioned previously, these are bottom-feeding fish.
I'm the trash man! I start eating garbage!
They are carnivorous, eating mussels, fish fry, fish eggs, including other goby nests, and insect larvae. On average, these guys will live up to 4 years. Like all the invasive fish we talk about, their history of introduction, as they are pretty new invasive fish here in the States. The round goby were introduced into the Great Lakes in New York State. For those that don't know, the Great Lakes include Lake Ontario, Huron, Superior, Michigan, and Erie. It's believed they came on through shipping activity where the young gobies were able to hide within the hulls of the boats, using that as a habitat. It's even believed they nested on these boats, furthering the spread. As of now, they are invasive to the Great Lakes, areas in Europe, the Baltic Sea, and even in 2021, they were found in the Hudson River. This is a fish that is hated by both sport fishermen and micro fishermen alike. Starting with the micro fishermen's reasoning, they don't like these fish because they ruin the biodiversity. They compete with the numerous species of darters and can often lower their numbers. So often you're going to get stuck catching goby after goby after goby. I know I've had these encounters before when pan fishing.
No, hold up. Now stop.
And sport fishermen hate them because of their taste for fish eggs. They'll gladly eat many game fish's precious eggs, most commonly being bass eggs. This is not a great feature of these fish. They also directly compete with the crayfish for all of those little nooks and crannies that they like to hide in, displacing an important food source for predatory fish. So, for a little invasive 6 to 7 inch fish to show up and start hurting larger game fish, they have pretty quickly garnered a negative reputation. Pretty much, if you catch one, you legally have to kill it, at least here in New York. This is a fish that I really wish was native, as gobies are easily one of my favorite fish families. I just love their role in ecosystems and how they can stick onto rocks. I even have a pet goby named Vader. But I know these fish are not good at the end of the day. Something actually pretty good about them is how they eat zebra mussels and other invasive species in my area. Not saying it makes up for their drawbacks, but hey, it's something. Overall, I like these fish. I wish they were native, but alas, they are not. And I do follow the legal requirement of killing them in New York State. I don't like these fish raiding game fish nests and disrupting actually impressive fish or our beautiful darters. It is important to remember though that these fish are not monsters, but rather just animals trying to survive. It's not their fault that they're here, and furthermore, it's important to remember that every invasive animal is native to somewhere. However, at the end of this segment, I wanted to bring up some better news. Many of the larger game fish in the US have begun to recognize their patterns and have begun to feed on them. For those that don't know, upon arriving here, many of the larger predatory fish really didn't know how to react to this fish. Unlike many of the bottom feeders that live here and utilize camouflage tactics, the round goby will actually sprint away when threatened. This confused the larger game fish that didn't evolve to tackle this, and honestly didn't expect these guys to do that. I'm not saying they don't hide and use camouflage, but that sprint ability has been critical to their success. So at the beginning of their introduction, fish didn't prey on them all that much. Now, many fish, most predominantly smallmouth bass and lake trout, have been adapting and preying upon these fish much more. We've seen more and more of these fish with scuffed up faces, suggesting that they are down in the rocks searching for gobies. It seems like the ecosystem is beginning to balance out, which is always a good thing. Alright, and that will do it for this episode. It's a small fish with a big story to tell. I also want to plug my new Patreon real quick, as I'm currently hosting 3 different tiers, all with benefits. I'm even offering a 7-day free trial, so if you like the channel and want to support it, this is a great way to do so while getting some perks along the way. Anyways, I'll see all of you in the next video. Take care.